Welcome to Taiji's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make onigiri. Onigiri is probably nowadays well known, especially for those who watch anime, because in anime comes often these triangular shaped rice balls. That's onigiri. You can make with different toppings. Well, topping is not the right word for it because it goes inside, but there's no right matching word for that in English, so I'll call it topping. So I'm going to show 4 different types of onigiri, with one of them just with salt and with 3 other different toppings. Then, let's get started. Here are the ingredients for onigiri. We have the rice, of course, and then for the topping I'm going to make 4 types. 1 without any topping, just with salt, and then 2 okaka, which is bonito flakes, and then 3 umeboshi. For those who don't know, it is saltly pickled plums. It's got very sour taste to it. I've heard many foreigners don't like it, so if you don't like it, you can of course skip that. And then I also have salted salmon. Of course, you can use regular salmon, but if it's salted, it matches the rice much better. I also have another video on that, so please look that up. And then we also have the nori. Nori is a type of seaweed which is dried in the form of paper, like this, which we'll use at the end to wrap the onigiri. Let's prepare the rice. So we're gonna rinse the rice first. Wash it with water. The first water you want to get rid of right away. And then mix well. And then wash away all the starch around. And one more time. I'm gonna rinse it until the water is clear. You see now the water is clear. Just gonna let it drain last time and let it drain for about a minute, like so. So we're gonna add in the water. We had 1 cup of rice, so we're gonna add in 1.2 cup of water. So it's about a little under 1/4, because 1/4 is 1.25, so this is a good amount of water. So we're gonna let it sit for about half an hour because it's very warm today. Let's cook the rice. So the rice has been soaked in water for about half an hour now, and you see that the rice is all white. Then I'm gonna put the lid on and turn the heat to high and wait till it boils. So the water's boiling. I'm gonna give it a little mix here so that it'll be cooked evenly. And then I'm gonna put the lid back on and turn the heat to simmer, and then let it cook for 10 minutes. So the 10 minutes has passed. I'm going to turn off the heat for rice and let it just sit like this for another 10 minutes and let it steam on its own. Then on the side, I'm going to prepare the toppings. I'm going to turn the frying pan to high and I'm going to put a little bit of oil. While we wait until the pan gets heated, I'm going to prepare the okaka. So this is just regular bonito flakes. This is regular soy sauce. I'm just gonna put about a teaspoon, and then I'm just gonna give it a little mix. So bonito flake is just full of umami, and soy sauce is also with umami. So this is actually just umami bomb. The frying pan is heated. I'm going to turn the heat to medium so the salmon doesn't burn. And put this. I'm gonna grill this one side for 3 minutes or so. Then I'm gonna put the lid on and let it cook with medium heat for about 3 to 5 minutes. So it's been about 3 minutes. I'm going to take the lid off. Yeah, perfect. And then flip to the other side and let it cook for another 2 minutes or so. So it's been about 2 minutes. Let's see. Looks good. Yeah, looks perfect. I'm just gonna fry it like this so that the skin part gets crispy. So it looks perfect. Then I'm gonna turn the heat off and put it on a plate. And it's finished. So it's been also about 10 minutes since the rice is turned off. And ooh, looks perfect. It looks great. So I'm going to put this on a plate so that the rice gets cooled. Otherwise, when you make the onigiri, your hand's gonna get burnt. So like this much is probably good enough. So try not to waste any grains of rice, otherwise it'll get dried up and you can't eat it anymore. So let's make the onigiri. Of course, I just washed my hands. Please always wash your hands before. Well, you should wash your hands anyway before you cook anything. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm just gonna divide this into 4 sections so that each onigiri will have about the same amount of rice. And then I'm going to wet my hands with water. First I'm going to make shio musubi, which is onigiri just with salt, which is also really delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use 1 fingertip and then put salt. And that's enough for the onigiri. I'm gonna spread it out like so. So the salt is evenly spread out. So I'm gonna take a section of the rice. And make the onigiri, like so. So what you want to do is you want to make a triangle. And here is going to be the base of the triangle. And with the right hand, I'm making a cup, but more a sharp cup like this that covers the top of the onigiri. I'm not squeezing so hard because it's gonna get too packed like this. And then what I'm doing is I'm just turning one side and squeeze again, and then turn one side and squeeze again. The one side, squeeze, one side, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn. And well, you shouldn't do that much, that's too much. And then it comes to a perfect triangular shape. Then next I'm going to make with okaka. I'm going to wet the hands again. And then I'm going to put the salt again and spread the salt all around the hand. I'm going to take a section of the rice and I'm going to make a small dent in the middle. And then I'm going to put this topping inside, and then you want to kind of cover it around. And like this. And do the same all around. Squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn. Like this. So don't get discouraged if you can't do it at the first time. I've failed many times. It took me a while for me to be able to do this. So don't worry, just practice. So my hands has gotten a little bit sticky, so I'm just gonna give it a little wash. And then they're clean again. The next topping I'm gonna use is umeboshi. This one inside. Some people take the pit out of the umeboshi. I don't really care, so I'm just gonna put it in like just so. And cover it, and then squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn, squeeze, turn. Like so. Oh, I think I forgot to put the salt. It's okay. Well, no big deal. Forget, you can put the salt in the hand and then you can squeeze again. So lastly, I'm going to put the salmon. So that's a bit too much, so I'm just gonna cut a small piece. like so. That would probably be a good amount. Wet the hands. Salt. And then a little dent in the middle. And then we're gonna put the salmon in the middle, like so, and then try to cover it as much as possible. So you kind of see it outside, it's okay. No big deal. So, and that's that. It often happens that the rice gets stuck in the plate. Don't throw these away. You just kind of have to eat it. And also these rice on the finger, the rice on the hand, you can just eat it up. So, onigiri is finished. Then let's put the nori. So a lot of people don't know, but nori gets moist really fast. So what you want to do is, as soon as you open the package, put it in a Ziploc like this, and then seal it like so, and store this in fridge, not outside. And what I usually do is, because I'm not gonna use all the nori at once, and so I'm just gonna take out the amount that I need, and then store this in the fridge, and then cut these up in pieces. When it's fresh, then you hear this crispy noise. And then what I do is that I have another smaller Ziploc and then store these in the Ziploc. And today I just need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I also store this in the fridge. So in my fridge, I have these. There's no right way to wrap nori with onigiri, but I'm going to just like this. 1, 2. So nori has top and the bottom. So you see the rough side, that's the bottom, and you see the smooth side, that's the top. So the rough side is the bottom when it gets dried, so like paper. And then just wrap it like this. If you like the nori still crispy, then you want to wrap it at the very, very end, right before you eat. But I'm just gonna wrap it like this today. Itadakimasu! Okay, let's eat. Oh, I'm starving. I'm gonna start with shio musubi, which is just musubi with salt. It's just rice and salt. It's also one of my favorite. Then you can enjoy really the taste of rice. So the salt just kind of brings out the sweetness of rice. And try chewing for at least 30 seconds, because with the saliva, so the rice will turn from starch to glucose, which is actually sugar. You can really taste the sweetness of rice when you chew and mix with the saliva. I'm just gonna grab some tea. So next I'm gonna eat okaka, which is Bonito flakes. Oh, this is also really good. This mix of Bonito flakes and soy sauce is just perfect. So I really have to thank our ancestors of making this combination. Not quite sure which that's definitely salmon, so I'm gonna eat umeboshi. Umeboshi is pickled plum, and we usually find umeboshi in bento because somehow through fermentation umeboshi prevents food to get bad. So that's why you often find umeboshi in bento box. This umeboshi is a little bit sweeter. I think nowadays a lot of umeboshi you find has a little sweetness to it. I like the very strong, sour, salty umeboshi, but I like this as well. So don't forget to spit out the pit. Then last, not least, salmon. Oh, this is really by far my favorite. Oh, this is just great. This salted salmon is just really good. So other onigiri are of course good, but for me when I eat salmon onigiri, I feel, oh, it's just rich. 고쳐서마시다. Oh, that was just a perfect lunch. Actually, it's just rice, but somehow when you make it into the shape of onigiri, it just kind of adds another layer. I don't know why. In Japan, we call it because we add in love to the rice. Maybe that's the reason. It might take a little bit of practice to get the hang of it, but once you get it, then it's actually not that hard. So I hope you try it at home yourself and let me know how it went in the comments. If you have any requests, please write that in the comments as well. And I look forward to see you in the next video. Bye.